Hey everyone, Big Ones here with another solo mission tutorial, this time mission number 7, the Battleship, medium skill level, all auto assist turned on. I'm going to start off by putting the throttle full ahead. I am going to switch off the rudder, the auto rudder, and put it in manual mode. I like manual mode, I'll explain that a little bit more later. Now I'm going to fill the ballast with water to submerge the submarine. Notice here though I'm going to submerge us below periscope depth, and the reason for that is I want our detection bubble or how easy it is for enemies to spot us, the range at which they can spot us, to be as small as possible. For the battleship, my strategy here is to get as close as possible, preferably within 1,000 meters of the battleship before he even knows I'm there. So this is a stealthy kind of sneak up on him kind of strategy. And what I'm doing, you can see right now, is the detection bubbles going down. We're out to about 1,500, 1,400 meters, and it continues to shrink. There's the battleship up there at the top of the screen. If you notice, I'm aiming a little to the right of him again. As I mentioned in another video, all enemies start off in this game right now moving clockwise. So if they're at 10 degrees, start off aiming at like 30 degrees because you'll catch up to them. Now the battleship will zigzag back and forth, as you'll see. But right now I'm just getting us on like an intercept course heading. And again, I'm using manual rudder. And the reason for that is auto rudder oversteers. And when it oversteers, it also slows you down quite a bit. So I prefer to do the manual rudder whenever possible because you can make minor steering corrections without any speed impact. And if you notice right there, I just checked the battery and oxygen gauges. When you're submerged for a while, that's something you want to keep an eye on. As you may be noticing, I did edit the video just to shorten this section of it because a lot of it is just sitting around waiting. Right now the battleship is making random turns. Sometimes he turns closer, sometimes he turns further away. Kind of how those random turns go will determine my time on this mission. I did this a little bit ago. I kind of did a take one and I did it in 12 minutes. In this particular video it'll take 13 minutes, which is still good for a bronze medal. I have not been able to get gold on this playing it solo. It's pretty easy to do when you have a human reloading, but it's that auto assist for the reload that takes so long. I should try it again playing it solo with that off, where I have to go down and reload. I'm a little concerned though, as I take damage, that I'd be reloading and not able to fix the damage, and I'd sink and submerge. So as you see, I just kind of keep clipping ahead a little bit. You can see he's made a couple turns. Right now he's turned away from us. Now he's out at about 2,000 meters, and it looks like he's turning back into us, which is good. Again, I want to get him as close as possible before I alert him to my presence. So what the strategy is, it makes sense to explain some of the dynamics of the battleship. So the battleship, if he is within 1,500 meters of you, will not fire his primary weapon, which is the Hedgehog mortars. If he is closer than 1,500 meters, when he spots you, what he's going to do is he's going to run away. He's going to turn and run away from you until he reaches a distance of 2,500 meters, and then he is going to stop, turn, and start firing his hedgehogs. So the strategy here is to get as close as we can, which he is now. So I'm putting us up to periscope depth. As soon as he sees me, he's going to start turning and running away. I'm going to get as many shots into him as I can before he gets to that 2,500 meters and turns and fires his mortars. Now part of that is I want to continue to move toward him. I don't want to stop, right? I don't want to let him get to that 2,500 meters quickly. So I want to stay on his tail as he's running away and at full throttle and just continue to go toward him. I do not want to surface because he'll hit me with his deck guns, and that will not go well for me. So now I'm locking onto him, and I'm going to fire those first 4 shots. As you can see from the upper left-hand corner, he's about 1,200 meters, so he's got a little ways to run away from me. And there we go, hits 1 through 4. And it does take 10 to sink a battleship. So right there I was looking at the gauge showing you that he's got to get out to 2,500 meters, so I still have some time. So I'm going to grab the welder, put it on my belt so it's there when I need it. I'm going to correct my course a little bit just to make sure that I'm headed as directly at him as I possibly can. That'll just make lining up a shot that much easier in a second. Because I'm using the auto rudder, I'm just double checking everything. Making sure my hydroplane's 0, my rudder's 0, so I have maximum speed. So right now I see we've drifted a little bit, so I'm going to use the levers to keep the crosshair on that battleship. As soon as I'm reloaded, I will fire the next volley. Again, he's at 2,000 meters. When he gets to 2,500 meters, he's going to turn around. The good news is it looks like I'll be able to get 8 shots into him before he ever fires his mortar, which is the ideal scenario. I have never personally been able to get all 10 in with auto reload before he turns and fires. So now I'm just keeping an eye on things, using the levers to keep the crosshair, and now I'm loaded, so I'm firing all 4. Timing looks like it's perfect because he's turning. He's at 2,500 meters turning. So I'll have the side of the ship. Just makes it a little bit easier to hit than if it was head on. So we got 8 out of 10. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a final lock on him right now. And the reason for that is you can see the crosshair drifted on the left-hand side. I want to get that last lock, so in case I take damage and sink below periscope depth, I can still fire and hit him. He should be pretty stationary now until we catch up to him again, or we sink him. So I got that final lock. I'm going to make repairs and just wait for my torpedoes to be reloaded. Now I'm playing this on medium skill level. If you're just starting out, I would strongly recommend you do easy. The difference between medium and easy is that you're going to spring fewer leaks in easy, and the sub won't fill up as quickly with water. So if you're just starting off, definitely play it on easy. Everything else is exactly the same. You're not missing out on any experience. You're just missing out on a lot of welding. I really just did medium just to show it could be done. I should try it on hard. I haven't yet. Just don't know that I want to have more leaks. So we're reloaded. There's the last 2 shots. Now I'm just going to keep the crosshair on the ship, and we should sink this and complete the mission. There you go. And that's how you beat the Battleship solo. I hope you found this video helpful. I did this in 13 minutes. Not a gold medal, but it's good for a bronze. If you did find the video helpful, or if you know of a better way to do this, leave a comment, let me know. Thank you for watching.